you recording.
Okay.
Did you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm here.
So, I just wanted to this thing with Donna. It's very deep and personal, so I just want to make sure that it's not on the same recording.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise, I have to edit it, split it. And
No, she
that
didn't
editing
text.
is a big thing.
I'm not sure that she texted you or not.
No, she didn't. No. I'm
Okay.
checking again to see. No. I said good morning, Donna. How are you today, Donna? But she didn't respond to that. So I'm glad she's talking to you. I'm glad because it's an
I'm
easy
sharing
way.
the screen. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sharing the
Is
screen.
she okay?
Yes.
1 second. Somebody's calling me.
Okay.
Turning the water off. I'm going to have a bathroom for an hour. Oh, then I better go now. Okay. All right. So let me come up to the bathroom and then we continue. So all right. Thanks for telling me, Bo. I'll be up there in a minute. All right. So so I have to go upstairs quickly. Sorry, Beena.
Okay. No problem.
Just give me 10 minutes. So let me just pause this.
Okay.
They're going to turn the water off. Okay. I'll be back in. Just in terms of the tap. I was saying, thanks for the notification of the water, and then Pops was there, and his name's Pops. He's taking care of all the maintenance stuff. Building, he's putting in the shower anyway, outside shower. And anyway, so he said, there's a tap outside. I said, yeah, but it tastes of water. So I said, you know what? I'm just thinking of putting a splitter on the tap that goes to the washing machine, and then I'll have a tap. He said, just tell me, I'll hook you up, whatever you need. So he's gonna hook me up with a water faucet so that I have water down here. And that's a huge deal for me.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't have to walk up and down all this day, and it gives me lots of convenience, So yeah, very big deal. So I was using the water outside, but it was pipe water, from a hose pipe water, and it made my coffee dreadful. So I was like, ugh. So anyway, but now he's gonna put me in my own tap here, so I don't have to go outside for that all the time. So and I don't do. I was explaining yesterday, I don't use the detergent. I've got my little basin. Remember that thing that I bought? So
yes.
Then I just water the plants with it, and everybody's happy. So yeah, works out very well. Very well.
Wow.
So, very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, very cool.
So let me read what you said.
To Donna?
No, you replied to me also.
Oh, right. I was just saying behavior and what we are is not the same thing. That's all. Really.
Behavior might not be the same. Behavior is not necessarily who we are. Okay, yes, but I feel that what I was thinking about that time that first we need to when sometimes we feel that I'm not really feeling.
Correct. You were flipping
happy.
It around in the positive
or
application.
Positive. So as a first step, I just do not spread. I force myself to not spread the negative mood outside.
Yes.
So
exactly.
it is behaving good. The first step.
Exactly.
So okay.
Exactly.
Yes. And about the habit.
Right.
I feel that habit is a predefined action and or a series of actions. Which gradually shifts or convert into immediate instant reaction instead of appropriate response.
Yeah. That's huge.
So because appropriate, I was thinking about, and I feel that what is habit? Because we say that habit is our biggest enemy. And what is habit? Habit is just a reaction, not an appropriate response. Any situation.
I just love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. You're a very sophisticated application. Yeah. Really beautiful, Beena. Very sophisticated.
And
also
one more thing.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
No. I think it's the same as you're going to say. So I'll hear you one more thing first, then I'll share.
Okay, and about unlearning. Because this unlearning, this term is now a bit not controversial, but yes, it seems like that people do get some. What it means by unlearning, and you change it to unhooking from that. So that's why I was asking that what people do get from this term, and what is unlearning for them. And I was trying to search for a new term also, and also that what they get from unlearning.
Yes. Actually, do
This
this on
one
a regular
question.
basis with these power
Yeah.
conceptions that come in. Ask them regularly. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? And they have to say it back. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yes. Yes. They were doing that. They were doing that both,
no,
Sue and
love it.
Cher, because this thing they look like I was doing the same. I was saying
Yeah,
things, and sometimes things were just getting out of my mouth.
right,
Yes. Oh,
right.
okay. I'm saying that. Yes, I'm learning, and I need to learn. But the real idea, when it comes into me in my being, was quite later on in
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
in my throughout
yeah.
this
The
whole year.
ability to
So I'm
articulate.
asking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just want to say the
Please
ability to
say.
articulate is massively empowering.
Yes, and this one question uh, can actually gauge, not gauge. Gauge is it seems like an inappropriate term,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
it can tell us that
Reflect.
where
Yeah,
that person is.
yeah. It reflects where they're
So
at.
it's
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yes. Oh yes. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
reflects.
yeah.
It reflects because this unlearning, this could be, this might be a huge deal for ego.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah,
it
sometimes
is.
they say, no, oh, how can I unlearn
Yeah,
anything? No, it means that I'm saying that, okay, all the previous
right,
one was not good.
right,
Okay,
right,
yes, but
right.
the reaction in itself, it's not about they were appropriate or not. No,
Yes,
it's just the
sophisticated
reaction,
Beena.
just the
Yes,
response tells us that where they are.
yes,
I'm not
yes.
going into words, but just the response.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so where they
yeah,
are.
yeah. That's very huge, very powerful, very sophisticated, very layered, very nuanced, magical stuff, Beena. Magical stuff. Yeah, yeah. Just asking a question is power. Just asking sometimes. It's the
Oh
implications.
my God,
And
I
when you
can't
force
tell you
somebody
how
to,
magical it is.
right, because when you say, unlearning, they say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, what do you mean? What is it to you? Uh, and that's just a big deal. It's a very big deal. It's amazing how we just shift ourselves, to this. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible how that works.
Uh,
Something powerful. Yeah.
so, so you know what peace, what is peace of being is?
What?
When your mama call you a big question mark and you accept that and you leverage it to just ask question and keep asking question.
Yes, exactly. Yes, 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 Beena. Yes, yes, yes. You never fought it. You embraced it. Yes. Yes, I love that, Beena. I love that. That's true, Beena. It's true. It's true. It's true.
I
It's
accept
true.
that. Yes, I am a big question mark. Okay, now I'm going to ask questions. Okay, I'm going to ask
Yes,
profound questions now.
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
I was
Wow,
laughing out loud when
wow.
I thought that. I was like, oh yes, okay, this is actually at peace with myself
I love
and
it.
at
I love
peace
it.
of
I love
being.
it.
And I think, oh, yes.
Oh, I can't wait till you get your computer. I can't wait. I so need to see you, Beena. So need to see you. So need to see you.
And okay, sorry, I have to say sorry that I interrupt you when you were articulating
Oh no,
about
always interrupt away. No
sense
problem.
sense of impeccability. I was really kind of trying to pull you back. No, don't say much. Don't say much.
I was trying not to say too much, but it's okay. It whets the appetite. So,
I know
this
you
was
have
the,
tons of
yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah. The
So I
other
just
thing
said,
was,
okay.
no, I was really thinking about it, and I was debating whether to use that term or not. But it don't matter.
Hmm.
We can go more, and there's always more, so it's not a problem. But you see how excited show was about the masterclass also.
Yes. Yes. So that's why I said,
Fascinating,
okay, yes, it's it. We are going to
fascinating,
discuss it in
fascinating. Yeah,
masterclass.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely fascinating. So yeah, yeah, very cool, very cool, very cool.
I was also thinking about that,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it is just my takeaway of what you said in that uh, slide that
Mm,
it make it more than feelings in your body. What could be more than feelings in our body?
yeah,
What else could be?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
thinking about that.
yeah. And on that one quote where I said we must feel everything, otherwise the world loses its sense. I
Mm.
discussed this somewhat to say that in this quote, really, I kept it as a quote because it's a Don Juan quote. And the reason I left it as is, and rather than changing it to we must perceive everything, otherwise the world loses its sense. That's really what it means to me, because he's using feel in the sense of sensing, the feel sense, not the feel receive. You see, so I left it as a nuanced,
Mm.
layered thing for discussion, so that it opens up and we get into the details of it.
Yes, and this unlearning, um, uh, I think that this might be uh, a whole new session, that
Yes,
unlearning,
yes,
because
yes,
now
yes.
I
Well, add it,
see
add it
that
to the
pop.
masterclass. Not just
Okay,
unlearning, but also relearning.
okay, yeah,
Yeah,
because people are just getting taking a bit pause when they say, "Oh, what is unlearning?"
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah. Actually, it needs to be in way of impeccability because it's very fundamental. It's not nuanced. It's
yeah.
not layered stuff. It's just core stuff. You need to unlearn before you can learn, and then you can relearn. So yeah,
Hmm.
unlearning, learning, relearning all together. Very important. So yeah, wow,
We are
that's
learning
powerful.
also. We are relearning also.
Exactly, and unlearning too. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, Donna,
yeah.
what Donna texted me.
All right,
Yeah,
Donna's
this is
okay. That's the
important.
main thing I want to hear. And I'm assuming from your joy and
No,
happiness. Oh, not really.
no.
Oh, wow, oh, wow.
Okay,
Well, and I'm impressed that you are
Donna.
able to keep your mood and joy regardless of Donna's. This is important. This is very powerful, Beena. This is very magical. This is a good thing. This is very good. It's very good. Is there movement at
Okay.
least with Donna, or is she getting stuck and
Yes,
stuff?
of course, of
There's
course.
movement. All right, all right.
She's saying that. Okay. Let me close you also so you can see. What? Hmm. Can you read?
In a second, I have to make the screen big. My mouse is just not there now yet. There we go. Okay. I'll go full screen. All right. Yeah, I can see now. Perhaps there can be an inclusion in the wave impact. They include capital C as in compassion. What to do when someone you love worldview collapses, and what to do when your own collapses. Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. And I understand that Donna's feeling that I wasn't being compassionate, but I was really making an effort not to get into emphasizing inappropriate emphasis. So I was being compassionate. Yeah, yeah. And I agree, it is something to put in there. So actually, my compassionate yesterday when I said, okay, Donna, let's just leave it, come back another time when you're in a better space for it. And she left. She said, okay, this was being compassionate, because otherwise her irritation and stress and bother was going to come out, and it would have just aggravated and emphasized, and she would have get that, and then we get this mood, and now you have this association. This is not the appropriate association with it. So I
Hmm.
didn't want to give that license, give that space to come out. It's an inappropriate association that's not going to help her.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a way to make peace. It's just a way of venting. And it does. Yes, there is
Okay.
usefulness to venting, but this is not the forum for venting. You find some other place to
Mm.
vent. It's not an appropriate space for us to vent.
Mm-hmm.
So is that
Okay.
all you said? Create a
Yeah.
new
Yes,
world,
this is what
Donna.
she said.
You are so capable of this. Yes. Yeah. 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 Worldview. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And then I said, yes, capital C, compassion is
Yeah.
crucial in our lives. I
Right.
didn't say that it is crucial in way of impeccability modules, but I
Right.
say that it's in our
Yes.
lives. Yes.
Yes. Yes. It is important. It is important. It is
So
important.
yes, it is. But how can I say that? That yes,
Yeah.
oh, it is crucial. So I didn't say that. I
Yeah.
yes,
No, I
but
love it. No, no, it's appropriate. It's appropriate. It's
I
appropriate.
simply say
Right.
that
Right.
yes, it is crucial in our lives. Yes, and she
Yeah.
saw that, but she didn't respond. But let's see what will come
Okay.
up, because she is not in a good place. I can feel that, and she is struggling a bit, because she's talking about worldview collapse, and and she's also feeling that from your side it was lack of compassion. It was
Yeah,
not lack of compassion, but of course, yes, you preempt and you saw that that energy and the way she responded.
yeah,
She's not taking, she's not considering what she did at that
yeah,
time,
yeah.
and she
I know.
simply
But
said,
that's
"Nope,
because
I
she's
don't
caught
want to,"
up in
and
her
I'm.
thoughts, so she's lost some perspective.
Yeah,
She's in an
yeah.
emotion bubble. It will come later. But I wanted to prevent her from getting in and venting, being angry, being annoyed, and all this, which she'd regret later. So I was being hyper competitive, compassionate, you know. So I'm looking at something here that's just blowing my mind. Just one of those random emails you get. Rolls of toilet paper used per person per year. 91 in the United States. What the hell do these people do with it? I mean, there's what, 300 and what's it, 52 days in a year? So that's
Yes,
a
yes.
roll like every 3.5 days. How do you use a roll of paper? I don't know. I think mine will last me a month. The lowest that they have on their chart is 24. I'm using half of the lowest. What the hell, people? What do you do? What do you do to use that much toilet paper? Like to use a roll every 3 days?
I feel feel so funny that how the whole USA
Yeah.
was panicking about the toilet paper only. Yes, this is a
Why?
necessity of
Why?
you guys. Yes, I
Yeah, other
understand that.
countries too, not just here. Other countries also, but there is a
No,
bit more
it
to
all
it.
starts from here. It
Oh yeah,
all
I know,
starts
I
from
know,
here.
I know. But
Bro, come
there's a
on.
bit more to it than the panic on the toilet paper. Yes, once it got started, it then people, oh, you gotta go and get, and then it fed on itself. But the initial thing, at least, is that people are staying at home, and so yes, they are stocking up, which leads to a shortage. And because toilet paper is it's big and bulky, and to store it, it's not, and there's a constant demand. So there's no back stock. There's no layers of stock. They just produce it on demand. So that's what led to the initial shortage. That people are buying more because they're anticipating, and toilet paper isn't set up in such a way that there's any kind of storage of it, right? Because it's bulky, so they just produce it as needed. It's very constant demand, so you know exactly what people are going to be using. Secondly, there is actually also an increase in the demand for domestic toilet paper. This was a nice nuanced point that I heard somebody articulate. Yeah, a reporter. He really went into this to say, okay, how does this work? Why is this? So the supply chains for domestic toilet paper and commercial or office toilet paper are two different supply chains. Different companies make it, different routes. Yeah, 1 second. Uh-huh. There's no valve to shut off water in here, do you? No, no, no. And a water main valve would be outside somewhere. Right. So I don't know where. Not in there. No, it's not in there. There was another. Sorry, Beena. There was another. They're looking for the water thing. They got to shut off the main.
Okay, okay.
Uh, okay. Let me ask Jonathan, the contractor. I've
Oh
got his
yes.
text. So I thought there was another tap around here somewhere. Maybe something like this. Yeah. That's sewer. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'll ask him. Hang on. Well, the meter, you got the meter, water meter there. Usually that's gas meter. Yeah, that's when you have not quite professionals doing things. Unprofessional things happen. So they've got a leak and they need to turn off the water main. You'd think they turn off the water main before
Hmm.
they worked with it, but all right. So let me just text Jonathan.
Okay.
Um, what were we talking about? There's a point I was trying to make. Uh,
Commercial and non-commercial toilet paper usage.
oh, you found it. All right. Okay. All right. I knew it couldn't be too difficult to find. All right. Luckily, I didn't send yet. All right. So what are we talking about, Beena?
You were talking about the commercial and non-commercial use of
Oh,
toilet
right.
paper.
So now with everybody going home and staying at home, there was a 40% increase in the need for domestic toilet paper, which is what the supermarkets stock. You see, because mostly people would also use it, of course, in the office. So this put an
Hmm.
extra shortage on it. So it all makes sense. And again, the makers aren't going to increase supply, so you're just going to have this temporary shortage. Because
Mm-hmm.
they can't justify increasing their production capacity because it's a fixed market. It's not going to change when people go back to the office. Then it's going to go back. They'll decrease by 40% again. So it's just something that we got to live with temporarily. So isn't that interesting? But yes,
Hmm.
there was definitely a
Yes.
bit of a panic on it. Also, once people saw that initial shortage, then they all just jumped on the bandwagon. So
Yes.
saw this funny post though, in the year 2053 was a significant day for James. Yes, it was a day like any other day. But James finally got to use the last roll of toilet paper his parents had stocked in the year 2020. And inexplicably stocked up on in the year 2020. I thought that was kind of cute.
Hmm.
Yeah, funny.
Interesting that Sue uh, brought up that film Wild Wild Country of
Yes,
Ushu,
yes,
Ushu
yes,
Bhagwan.
yes. I never liked him.
Interesting.
I never liked him.
Oh
And
God.
this is interesting with Lisa. Uh, it ended up in a whole fuss with her. I said something. Trying to remember what I said with him. She just loved him. And I
Ah,
disagreed with something that he said, and I said no, he's wrong, or something like that. But I wasn't particularly complimentary, and I was being so deliberately because I wanted to make the point. She was just buying everything he was selling. And I wanted to make a point about discernment to say, man, you got to decide for yourself. And yes, he says a lot of nice stuff, but at the same token, there was always something about him that put me off. So I just kind of stay away from all of this stuff. But of course, I take it if it's nice. I evaluate each thing on its own. But she just really got upset that I could have the temerity to say, oh no, Osho's wrong or Osho's not, whatever. And she would buy into every single person. The second one, she just buy into all their crap and nonsense. Then she did shift after a while. She learned to become more discerning. Oh, I'm not really taking in everything they're saying. I just listen and I take here what I want and that. It did change after a while. But man alive. And some of these people would just say the most ridiculous stuff and she just lap it up because they sound, they get that tone and that vibe. And there's a whole way they sell it. Oh my goodness, man. No, I don't care for it at all. It's
um, I don't feel comfortable with all these things, especially uh, especially about him.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I can feel through his eyes. People say, "Yes, he had a beautiful eye. He had beautiful eyes, and all these things."
yeah, yeah.
But I feel that there is something which was not
His
actually
intent is off. Yeah,
complimenting his words.
yeah,
So from his
yeah.
and also it ends up as a cult, and
Correct. His
which
intent is
was
off. And
yeah.
there's a deliberate manipulative consciousness to the way he says things. He knows he's saying it in a very guru-like way that's gonna, ooh, it sounds wonderful. But when you really start to pick through these things, like we did the other day when we were reading something, and I said, okay, this sounds fantastic, but where's the application? How do you actually use this? You know, Same thing. Has to lead to application. Had to lead to application. So very powerful. All
and
right.
and,
So
and
is
this,
there, that
this
was
this
it for
these
Donna? That
people.
was it. No more than that.
Yes, nothing more than that.
Uh,
And she mentioned that her worldview is collapsed.
yeah, but that's good. That's good. This is what was needed. This is what was needed. This is what was needed. I was pushing exactly to get to this point.
Uh, there's something which was really pushing me back
Why? Why? Why?
with sharing
Uh,
because
oh,
Donna was not allowing to
yeah,
get all these details because she was not
yeah.
sharing,
She
which
didn't
means
want the
that
worldview collapse. Yeah, she was afraid of it, and she's created it herself. There wasn't a need for the worldview collapse. This is why I was a little bothered by what she came up with, yesterday when she had that irritation and annoyance. You insisting that this is a big traumatic thing. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a worldview collapse. But okay, so be it. It's necessary. It's she can go through this
And
and then reassemble it, and like you said, create a new world. So
still,
yeah,
one more thing. When logically, I'm not an expert, so I don't know. I don't have any previous or knowledge for this, but I'm saying what I feel, that when something traumatic happen, which makes us really into that traumatic uh, situation and feelings, the main thing, the main incident, the core of the incident would be wiped out from our memory to save our brain and our emotions and ourself from getting crushed by that
yeah,
severeness of that
yeah,
incident. But what Donna is sharing, there are very specific details and the incident is there, but only few which are not really the core of that incident
right,
is missing.
right, right. And unfortunately, she takes so much guilt on herself. This inappropriate assumption of guilt has led to her selectively filtering and blocking memories because she believes that she's in some way responsible, and it's just a belief. It's not a reality. So
Okay, I can see that her
I want to
brother,
show
when
you something
he
actually.
when he
Oh, sorry, go on.
actually gets shot, that
Hmm.
memory is not clear in her mind. Yes, it makes sense, but she still remember what he said. She still remember when she was holding him. She
Right,
remembers that
right. But
everyone
there's
is
a
okay.
few critical parts missing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yes, but
I'm listening. Fine.
sorry.
Oh, you broke
So
up. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so the other things are there, but few things are missing, which are not really the core of that incident, which is really interesting for me. That I was expecting that in that kind of situation, our brain actually wipe out some main or the actual happening of that incident, those memories specifically wiped out from our memory. Like, okay, oh yes, okay, Amy, Lubna and Mona, they had an accident.
Wow. What kind of
Yeah,
accident?
three of them, and they were crossing the road,
When? Today?
just no.
Oh,
They
long
were
ago.
kids,
Oh, okay.
really. Yeah, long ago. And Mama and two of my cousins and three of them. They were crossing the road, and out of nowhere, the car just came, and Mama and my two cousins, they were so young, like little kids. They just climbed on the island, and Lubna, Amy, and Mona, uh, they were just about to climb on that, but the car hit three of them.
Wow.
Yeah,
Which three?
and Amy, Mona, and Lubna.
Wow. Wow. So all three of your sisters got hit
And
by a car. I imagine the car wasn't going too fast at that time, yeah?
yes,
Wow.
so they all hit by that car. And okay, Mona was unconscious. Amy was in her senses. Lubna was, yes, she was also a bit shocked. So yes, but they all were injured. Mona got all the glass pieces on her face, and Amy
Wow.
got two fractures, like her arm and
Wow.
her hip bone was broken, and she
Wow.
also got many bruises, and
Wow. How
Mona
old were
also
they?
got something, and Lubna also got a broken glass windshield, broken piece in her backbone, there, that
Wow.
spot. But
Wow.
the strange part is that they all remember everything, but that particular when the car actually hit them,
You don't remember, right?
they
Right.
don't remember that. They
Yeah.
remember everything after that. They
Right.
remember
Right.
everything before that,
Right.
but they
Right.
didn't remember
Right.
that
Right.
thing. They
And
remember.
the thing is too, that, like I said, when a gun is fired in close proximity, unless you've actually experienced it, it's hard to comprehend how loud that is. It's mind-blowingly
Yes.
loud. It's a profound shock
Yes.
to the system. So
Yes.
when that happens, and so it tends to shut you down temporarily. Yeah, it's the body's way of
Yes.
coping with stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yes. Okay. Uh, even Mama, because she was what happened was at her back
Mm.
because she was on
All
the
right.
island.
Mm.
So and just a step difference between single step difference between
Yeah, yeah,
Bona and
yeah,
all of
yeah,
them because they all were because Mama was just taking kids to
yeah,
somewhere like
yeah,
next
yeah, yeah.
I don't know Pizza Hut or somewhere but next to
Wow, wow.
apartments, and that was the thing. And it was evening, early evening, not very late, but uh,
Mm.
the car from where the car came because we have signals and everything, and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
we have a huge road here between the first signal and the next. So
Oh,
Mama
excuse me.
saw that
Wow,
the road was
wow,
empty. That
wow.
guy must be like he. I guess that he broke that signal and he just
Yeah,
violated that
yeah.
and just came
Wow,
and okay.
wow.
So my point is that Donna didn't get the shot.
Right,
Her
right,
her brother got that,
right. But the
and
sound would have been very close to her, so this would have been a
yes,
shocking thing. Yeah, yeah.
yes,
Shut
okay.
you down. Yeah.
But in that case, that particular memory could be different. But
Mm.
later on and before that, so this is something I feel that Donna really feel trauma here, so that her mind is deliberately
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
not going there. It is
Right,
not like something
right,
automatically happened.
right. Yeah,
Donna's
but
mind
yeah,
deliberately doing
yeah.
that.
Well, there's subconscious stuff involved, but also conscious. And this is the
Yeah.
part that, and I've said this before to her. It's about emphasis and belief. She's stuck in this thing that it should be traumatic, and this is not true. Now, if you believe it should be traumatic, you're going to make it traumatic. Don't emphasize that part of it. Emphasize that you want to go into this, that you want to get it resolved.
Mm.
Don't emphasize that it's going to be. Don't insist that it's traumatic and then make it traumatic. This doesn't help you. It's counterproductive, you know. And then, too,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm asking questions. You asked me for help. What am I supposed to do? You see what I mean?
Mm. Yeah.
You asked me for help. How am I supposed to help you if you don't trust me to help you in the way that I see fit? Now, this is the other part, that Donna isn't trusting me, and yet she knows better. And that's bothersome too.
Mm.
And do you really want help or not?
Mm.
You know,
Yes.
so, you know, what is it?
Yes.
What is the whole thing here now? Is this does it become a self pity exercise? What? You know, I don't think it's a self pity thing, but yet these legacy things are coming, guilt, and I should feel this way, I should feel that way. No, unhook from all that crap, man. You've got the tools to feel differently. Apply way of impeccability to what you're doing. You set an intent, take responsibility for your intent, you know, and take responsibility for asking, etc., etc. To apply way of impeccability here. So, yes, you're frustrated, but you're now also entrenching that frustration that you have had this before, where you made efforts to learn and to remember. She went to all these different people and nothing happened. But don't emphasize that aspect of it. Emphasize the fact that we were making progression, we were getting somewhere. Don't cut it off and shut it down. So I don't know, maybe she is avoiding some awful truth. She believes that she might have done something. Oh, it's possible. But all right, you've got to just say, okay, let me go into this thing and assume there is an awful truth and reverse engineer from there and take the worst possible awful truth. Anyway, there's lots of stuff, but again, it's like, it's not about compassion, Donna. I'm trying to go into this dispassionately. Here's the other problem. If I have this too much compassion in this, then you can inadvertently cue the poor baby syndrome. where you are reinforcing, oh, you poor thing, you suffered so much. I don't want to be doing that. I refuse to do that. That doesn't help at all. Yes, it might give you some comfort, but it's now you are making new associations which are inappropriate. Very dangerous. So I'm
Mm.
acting with extreme deliberation and caution in what I'm doing, and conscious awareness to not have all these problems come to the fore. Yeah, lots of things going on. In other words, I am being quite profoundly compassionate. Yes, caring.
Mm.
I'm caring in a very
Mm.
deep way
But
to not cause
still,
more problems inadvertently,
mm,
through being the usual type of compassion. Say, oh, you poor thing, you okay,
no, it's
all
not
this.
about saying that poor thing, sir. But
No, I know
yes,
it's not about that, but
you could
not
have,
that I say this, not
yeah.
directly, but indirectly.
But you could
No,
have
I know.
more patience for that.
Say
Mm?
again.
No, you could
I
have
could
more
have.
patience for that.
I did have before, but remember, this is a long thing that's going on, and in that
Mm.
instance there, if you watch the tape again, you'll see that I didn't say anything. I was just looking to get to where we were. Donna came into that meeting with irritation and annoyance. Didn't come from me. I wasn't doing anything. She came into it with that. So what can I do to that? Nothing.
Why would
Can't be held
Donna?
responsible for the thing.
Okay, do you have any idea that if we just assume that what Donna is feeling, that she is guilty of some kind of act, why
Correct.
would she do that? I had
Why would
I
she
had
feel
no.
guilty? She's
No,
done
why
this all
would
her
she
life.
do that? Yeah, why
Oh,
would she do that? Did
precisely,
she have
exactly.
did she have any motive for that?
Exactly. It's a whole square circle thing, Beena. Exactly. And this is the thing, I think it through to the end. And all I see in the end is the square circleness, which is round and round looping. And I need to break the loop because otherwise I'm not helping Donna at all. So Donna being a little bit annoyed with me or upset with me, this is fine. Vent it on me. It takes your shift away. Now you have a determination to figure out to say, okay, to hell with you. I'm gonna just figure it out. Okay, that's cool too. But in the way that she was going about it, it was going nowhere, no matter which path it went down. I thought of all the paths, or at least I tried to, as many as I could. So yeah, it's all problematic, no matter which way it cuts it. When we get
Mm,
involved in square circle things, it's very problematic, you know.
okay, let me change my profile and cover. It's been 2 days
Oh,
now.
oh wow. Getting
Mm.
stale. It's getting stale. So yeah, this is a big deal with Donna, and
Mm.
I really, I'm very concerned about, and I really want, Donna. I'm very keen for Donna to come to resolution and peace. It's very important. But I have to do this within the context of impeccability. There's no other way to do it. And Donna came into that thing this last time when we were together. She didn't come into it with an impeccable mood. Not at all. Not an impeccable mindset, nothing. She was off from the start, from the get-go, and she knows that she does this. By her own admission, many times she says, I still get into that mode, mindset and mood sometimes. So yeah, I can't just be patient and accept it, because then I'm just helping her to entrench it. This I can't do, Bina. It's not my mandate here, in terms of not just the way of impeccability, but as a friend. I can't. I really cannot do this. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there was some indulgence involved. I'm
this,
sorry,
this,
but
this is
there
this is
was.
the part. Still, this is the part just makes me a bit uncomfortable
Yes.
when
Yes. Me too.
when people talk about things in so profound details and
Right.
elucidate with really amazing ideas and perspectives and and everything, and then they just stuck into just one thing and then leave everything behind, that
Yeah.
appropriateness and
Yeah.
practicality and application and everything, and just say, oh, okay, so that it makes me really uncomfortable, that it is not something, kind of a religious idea you just have and now you are believing in that, assuming yourself in that. Just Just be practical. I don't know how to say that, but
Apply your sensibility. But Beena, I always assume there's more. Always.
yes,
Always assume there's more. So I want to show you this. I want to show you this more. Hold on. Hold on. To show you something, you know. I want to show you this. Oh, we have to be utter, complete, thorough life detectives. Never assume, Beena. Never assume. Look at your assumptions regularly. Examine them. Right?
yes, yes.
So, all right. So, screen share. Okay, you see it here, and I'm just gonna play this without sound. The sound is not important here. Is it playing? Well, this window here is gonna come up. There we
Okay.
go. Mhm. Um, it does lose quite a lot without the sound, but it's interesting. You know, it's difficult to watch without sound, but it's very interesting. You know, to pay attention to who's speaking and who's listening. You know? We're watching Donna here, of course, now. That's the intent here. Yeah.
Yes.
I want to get to the part where Donna isn't speaking, actually. I think when Sue goes back to talking. Sue's looking at Donna now too. You see that? The eyes are a little different. I think so.
Yes.
Internal realizations are taking place.
Donna. You mean by Donna?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just watching Donna here, not Sue. Sue listens like this with this expression. It's quite fascinating. Very earnest, serious expression. I love it. I'm going to skip a bit. You start to see the mouth change. Don't skip very much ahead.
Yes.
Big changes, yes. There in the eyes, there was a change too. Oh, magic. Who's that? Are you, Beena?
I'm here. I was dropped. I was dropped.
All right. So, I was just saying that we were watching Donna, and her expressions and so on. Or perspective. I'm gonna skip a little bit again. Not much.
Mm-hmm.
In the mouth expression, yeah. Look at the dark. There's a bit of a frown there, but not a frown of I don't understand frown.
Mm-hmm.
There we get Donna back again.
Why she is laughing? She's
Oh, I don't
smiling.
know. I'm just going through the range of expressions.
Mm-hmm.
I saw stuff. I don't know if maybe the little spot that I saw it, we're not gonna be connecting to. I don't know. We'll see. Um, you know, just you saw bits of what I saw instead of watching the whole thing. It is quite long to watch it all. We don't have the time now.
Yes.
I'll just keep skipping a bit more. Very
Oh
different.
wow. I'm
Right?
looking at myself and
Oh, I know. We gotta look at you all day long too. I hear you. I know what you're saying.
come on. I'm not saying this.
The fun of that was because you were saying the opposite, probably.
Of course, I'm just saying that it is a bit strange to look at your own self.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh,
Oh yeah.
oh,
Oh yeah.
okay.
That's why I like Like my cover photo, the abstract, it's very helpful for this.
Okay, I'll change it.
Okay, now the arms got crossed.
Look. Yes.
I'm not quite finding the spot that I saw, so it's okay. You got a glimpse of what I was talking about. I don't know. I just saw a kind of a different side come out, and some of it there
Yes.
was almost a bit of a darkness that's coming. So, Beena,
Yes.
all right. So I don't think this is a realistic thing, but I have to pay attention to it. I can't discount it. Donna has said many times, I might just be making this all up. You said that a bunch of times.
This is what I was. This is what I was trying to understand, because for me, I don't know. I didn't know that she said that. But I was feeling that there are so many things which are not making sense to me.
Right.
And okay, one more thing. When I was trying to see, and okay, that seeing was happening. Donna said, nothing resonates me. No, she said with absoluteness that
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
nothing actually.
Right.
But later on, when she comes up and she said, "Oh, my brother used to hold that pillow on my ears, like it is a regular thing." And then she said, "Oh, my uncle looks like that."
Right.
And then
Right.
she said, "Oh, uh, my mother was like that." And then the hospital came, and then the other things came in,
Right.
and it was like she was completely saying that with absolute surety that no, nothing resonates
Right.
with the
Right.
story.
Right.
And later on, when gradually things start coming up, which
Right.
makes me a bit odd. Yes, if it isn't not resonating with you, it is perfect. Yes, it
Right.
could be. I might be seeing something else. Okay, it is
Right.
just my kind of okay seeing. It is that's it. That
Yeah.
is not like something I'm calculating or telling you. So, oh
No.
yes,
Right.
if I'm wrong, totally wrong. Yes, okay. But later on, when things are just coming up in your conversation, and when she was telling her sharing her story, she started rocking back and forth,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and
No, it's a big deal that
her
rocking. Yeah.
her whole uh, body language and everything was changed at that time,
Yeah.
and
Right.
and and the way she zoomed out. I gotta go. That's it. Oh, I gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, okay, yes, of course, it could be a situation, but we were doing this for her. It is not
Right.
something
Right.
I'm doing it for like for my sake. Of course,
Right.
I have nothing to do with that, and you also had nothing to do with that. But okay, it make I was thinking about that, and I said, okay, maybe it all this all is a bit upsetting for her, or maybe too much upsetting for her. So that's why she was just like zooming out. Oh, I gotta go. I'm going now. So just finish it.
Right.
So
But there's more now. Okay. So I zoom out from my life detective point of view. All we have to go on is what Donna tells us. That's it.
but still, my seeing was not dependent
I know
or
that. I know that.
to
I
her.
I know. I know. I know. I know that. I know that. Right. But that now your seeing was again the interpretation of what you were seeing. Like I said, that could have been that they were doing an abortion, backroom abortion. Could have been that there was a preparation for the hair lip operation. It could have been that this is a very fitful child. And for all we know, Donna was a problem child with all sorts of fanciful imaginations, and she's got perfectly fine and ordinary parents, and all this stuff, right? We don't know what the underlying reality is. We only have Donna's interpretation of it. Yes, you are seeing Donna disturbed, But Donna, that may have been a perfectly valid, viable thing. Yes, there is oddity involved, but not necessarily negative. You see, that's an interpretation.
Uh,
The guy may have had an
uh,
oily skin. We're seeing Donna's perception, etc., etc. Do you see what I'm getting at?
yes, yes, and also that woman could be Donna. She
Precisely,
might be in that
precisely,
controlling and
precisely.
orchestrating all
Precisely,
these
exactly. And
situations.
she does have that side to her. And she has said that she's got that side. She very much, she's acknowledged this, you know. And you can see it in that picture where she's with her daughters and she's sending them off to the Christian conference thing, yeah. Because at that point she said she was all about, finding the love of Jesus and God and all this and saving your soul and all of
Mm-hmm.
this. So she
Mm-hmm.
was very controlling. Now again, this is what she says. Again, now we're in a situation where we are looking at this thing from the perspective and point of not taking anything that's being said at face value. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm thinking that Donna's going about lying. No, I don't think so at all. It doesn't mean necessarily that Donna knows what is the difference between the reality and the non-reality. And she said this herself. She doesn't know. She's very afraid that she has a night side to her. And I've seen no evidence of it except in that video. I saw it a little bit in the mouth, right? However, I see her constantly suppress it and put it down. Now, she may have learned how to live with her night side self. And at some point, she did have this a full blown personality split in order to deal with all the stuff, assuming that it's all true. Now, that side may also have just created all of this stuff for whatever reason. Kids get into, like you said, they hear the most simplest things and then they make a big deal out of it for whatever reason, right? You remember you were saying this, right, in terms of how we
Yes.
react and respond to stuff. So
Yes.
so so there's lots of stuff going on here, that could be all sorts of things. I have no doubt, to me at least, I'm pretty certain that Donna didn't have a very smooth childhood, but that's not a fact. It's just an assumption. There are kids who live in perfectly magical circumstances, and for whatever reason, well, I tell you the reason. Never mind for whatever reason. There's a very good reason. They get into um, they just need to be special. And
Hmm.
so they make up all these stories of horror and trauma and badness because they need to feel special. Because they've got a nice life and it's ordinary, and they feel guilty because they've got nice things, and they see their friends around them with suffering and stress and all this, and they feel they feel wealth guilt. I don't know if there's a technical term for it, but that's what they feel. Or just happiness guilt. They feel guilty that their situation is nice and their friends aren't. So they have to
Hmm.
invent all sorts of drama and trauma. Or it's just a pure flat ego thing that they want attention, right? They don't get it because their life is ordinary. They see their friends getting it because,
Hmm.
the good thing, their father's this and their mother's that, and all this other stuff, right? So there's many reasons why kids could invent this kind of story. And so, all of this stuff. Now, I would imagine the stuff with Bank of America, that's all true, because that's, well, I guess one could easily go and Google that and look it up. It's,
Hmm.
nonetheless, it would be, again, I've seen with BMNs, and, Donna doesn't display BMN side to her. But I've seen people just make up preposterous stories, and you can easily go and check it out. It's just amazing. They know most people don't, so and they don't even think that far. So all I'm saying is that I'm just saying that because of this oddity and the way the thing comes on, that I say, wait a second, let's just not assume that things are as simple as they are. Now, if I were to go with probability, I don't think that Donna is making anything up or deliberately trying for this or anything, but I do feel that things aren't quite as mended as what we might assume they be. In other words, there's a fracturedness inside Donna that is a little bit more extensive and deeper than what we might presume. A brokenness of some kind.
The one thing about her mother that that becomes somehow uh, a reason for for her brother's death. I don't feel that. For me, she is her mother. Her mother
Yeah,
is her
yeah,
mother.
yeah. But here's the thing,
Okay.
though. He
Yeah.
may have tapped into some other secret, and
Yes.
you see the secret that wait a second, Donna's actually her grandfather's daughter.
Yes.
Now that
That could
you
be.
see, this is a motive. So okay, he got it wrong. The mother says, but you aren't going to be telling anything because if they scratch a little deeper, they're going to figure it out. This is like the cover story. You see, so that makes complete sense to me. But the part of all of this is Donna's long ago accepted that her parents are not, you know, it's not like she idolized her mother and thought her mother was. You heard what she said about the mother. She never quite got on with the mother. She knew the mother was a bit, messed up in many ways, but broken. So it's not like this is a big surprise to you. So where's the
This is
trauma
my
here?
question. This is my
Where's the
question.
trauma?
Even in the family like that, the secret was not a big deal.
No,
What's the
no,
problem?
it's not a big deal within the family. It is a big deal getting out. That is a big deal to people like that. They just terrified that other people will hear their secrets. This is a big deal. Keeping up appearances and all this. It's hard for you to imagine because you're not concerned with stuff like that. But this is a very real thing. In that type of a family, this is the code. Because if you can spill one secret, you can spill all the others, and this is a criminal thing, right? If you have, okay, it's incest, but the fact that it's been covered up, now if you got a whole bunch of guilty secrets and stuff, Don Abina.
But he was telling her.
No,
He
I
was
know, but
telling
look at the
her.
implications. Think of yourself as a criminal. You live an entire life, your whole life is this great big lie. You can't have secrets start to come up that saying you are lying, because the very next thing is you're going to potentially have investigations. Now, if you start to look into one secret, if it comes out that, just say for argument's sake, that thing that he said, just the mother sister thing, right? What he said, anybody hearing that can say, "Oh, what's going on here? We got to check this out. Like, how did this come about? How did you? Where's the hospital records? Somebody was falsifying stuff. There's crime involved with falsifying the records. You see, it asks questions. Questions lead to more questions. Now you have an investigation. And you start investigating this. All your other secrets come up as well.
And
You see
again,
the fear. You see
I
the
don't know.
stress. Why it can't
Yeah,
happen. Why
yes.
it's such a big deal. It's the
Okay, it could
implications,
be.
not the thing itself,
Uh,
Donna. It's the implications.
but it's still, I
Now, for the
feel
mother
so
too, she may have
strange.
discovered this about that she's her grandfather's child, and this she might feel deep shame about this, and she doesn't want that to be out there, not even to the other family members. People are funny that way. Hmm. You're a
I still
Catholic
feel
girl.
that. Hmm.
I'm just saying, this could be that. Oh, if you're the product of incest, that makes you bad. That makes you sinful. That could lead to her split personality. You devil spawn, stuff like that. People believe ridiculous stuff, Beena.
And
You're way too
uh,
sensible to realize how much people believe ridiculous stuff, or to fully be aware of it, I
and
don't
I
think.
and I'm not get. I didn't get that when Donna was saying that that if she is her mother's sister, not daughter, then she will become some. I don't know what she was saying that. It doesn't
Become
make
somewhat.
any sense. Yeah, I don't know what she was trying to say that it means that she will become her daughter's something or her elder sister's. I said, what she's saying that? It just
Well,
simply
she's making the point that if her grandfather is the father of both her mother and her, which would mean that her father um, um, was incestual with his daughter. You see?
oh,
So, in other words, right. In other words, Donna's mother's father is her father had intercourse with Donna's mom, and this resulted in Donna. You see? That's an incestual
Oh,
relationship, right?
okay.
You see, in other words, that means Donna's mom had a relationship with her father. And now, in the case of, or you can ask Sher about this, because the same thing happened with
Mm-hmm.
Sher. Not that she had a child with it, but she
Mm-hmm.
had, her father was incestuous with her. And that, that, I said people don't understand this. They automatically assume abuse is just a one-way affair. They never factor for the children enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's a deep shame that comes later, but not at the time. The little kids, oh, my daddy loves me, he's giving me special attention. And in Sher's case, she leveraged this as power over the other kids. I'm the special one, I'm dad's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of stuff that goes on that we don't take, we just assume it's all one-sided. No, it's not. And we just assume that the kid is not going to like it. No, that's also inaccurate.
Okay.
When kids really don't like something, what do? They have a fit, and they have tantrums, and they run away. All sorts of stuff happens. But when it doesn't happen, then you got to pay attention. You see, it's not just one-sided. Yes, later on, the sense of shame and guilt comes into it, but not
Mm-hmm.
at the time. So also keep in mind, Donna's mom, she said her mom was quite a devout Catholic. Catholics have all sorts of weird ideas about lots of stuff. So just this fact that she enjoyed it, and then later on, oh, this is a big sin and it's evil. You must be evil to have enjoyed it. And this is where the split personality comes from. See, it's a very simple thing that makes complete sense in that psychology, the pathology of it. You come to believe the cueing. Oh, you devil spawn, you evil, you must have enjoyed it. Excuse me, the person can't reconcile it with themselves because they know they're good. They were just in their innocence, of course, the abuse comes from the manipulation of the innocent. Somebody's doing something that they don't really have much choice with. The body starts responding because it's being stimulated to special attention. They don't know what's going on. And later on, they find it's wrong. And then the guilt comes in, and then they can't reconcile it, and then you get the split personality. And then you get, oh, well, I should be bad because I did that. They believe they should be bad. And that should creates the second personality. It's amazing. It's
So,
amazing.
I don't want to pull any kind of religious stuff here, but
Yeah.
but here I feel that see what are the consequences of not having any boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay, it
Oh, I
should not be
agree.
on extreme. It should not be on extreme. I do understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But some
Yeah,
boundaries are
they
absolutely
have.
necessary. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. Oh, yeah. Appropriate boundaries are
because
essential. Yeah,
see, the humans are suffering. The people are
yeah,
suffering here,
yeah.
and their whole
Absolutely.
lives and other
Right,
people around
right,
them, their
right,
lives also.
right. Now, for all we know,
Ah,
this all is one big made-up story. That's a fantasy of Donna's, for whatever reason. Like I said, attention, and that she knows some of it is a story, but she believes some of it to be true. Now, this is a real problem. This can happen, that kids can get so immersed in a story that they actually believe confirmation bias. They actually believe some of it is true. So
Um,
we have to be careful. We
this
have to be careful.
yes, the other point that she was doing really well in her school and her education.
Right. Well, that's what she says. Again,
Yeah.
we in a point where we have to say that we now have to relook at absolutely everything here through this lens of we have no external validation whatsoever. Now, except for
Mm.
one exception, Dave Timmons.
Mm.
That's the only exception that, yeah, Dave Timmons is a real person. There is a Dave Timmons, and I friended him. He's on Facebook, and I'll show you. I'll show you in a second.
Oh yes, he's your friend now.
He hasn't accepted yet. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know how come on. It doesn't strike me that he was on Facebook very often. Um, let's see. Right. So here's the point why I'm saying, yeah, I sent a friend request, but no, it doesn't strike me that because 24 December is when he changed his profile picture. 1 May 2015. They're very few, but these are public posts. You see, So, you know, there are very few posts. You see 2011, but this is public posts. I don't know what the private posts
Uh-huh.
are. They might make more, you know.
Uh-huh.
So this is 2011, and I was watching this with Donna. This is quite fun to watch. Can you hear?
So you can. Oh yes.
Hang on, hang on.
So you
Let
can.
me put my music off. Hold on, hold on.
You can go to his profile and see where he was working before.
Yeah, I think I'll look in a minute. I just want you to get the idea of him. Did I hurt someone? He's quite excellent in this. He's really good at what he does in this. Are you okay? Anyway, he does this kind of a performance here, and he plays the guitar, and he's very funny. But it's all about corporate training. You can play almost any song if you learn.
You are not sharing a screen, sir.
Damn it! Sorry. Every song I'm going to teach you has three chords. These are your takeaways. These are the things I'd like you to try starting today. I skipped ahead a little bit. Again, while you're driving down the road, it's worse than drinking. Let me ask you, friends, when you picked that ringtone, what were you thinking? I think it's thinking. It's a famous song. This. It's called "On the Road Again," but he's changing the lyrics. Texting on your phone again. And here's another thing that really makes me cringe. Don't ever tweet me on my phone again. Might as well delete me on my phone again. It's very good at what he does. It is very good. Face to face, we'll look each other in the eye. We'll talk and maybe laugh or cry. We'll do it all without our phone again. Hey. This is back in 2011. It's a long time before the phones, you know. So, all right, let's go to his profile and let's see. But yeah, my point is that, you know, yes, somebody I
Yes.
could potentially. So if this turns out that much of it is, so I don't think um, I don't think her career stuff is nonsense. Is he senior sales trainer at Raymond James? That's where he's now, you know, which is the studied BS in finance at Indiana University, work in education, Raymond James, keynotes, leadership speaker. You see, he was self-employed as that. Indiana, okay. It doesn't say more than where he worked than that. So places he's lived, Tampa, Indianapolis, that doesn't mean anything. Dave Timmons, family and relationships. No, all right. So let's go to davetimmons.com and see. Likely there'll be a more extensive bio there. But here's my point, though. You know, when this is coming up, and the fact that she said, "Oh, you know, go look at him," you know, to connect to him. You see, he teaches leaders, managers, and organizers how to reignite the excitement and passion of their people through the art of leadership. This is somebody we want to do the way of impeccability. He's got all the skills, all the power. If this were to add it to his thing, he's going to go into the stratosphere. And, you know, then he can really take this to the next level. Yeah. When Dave shares the secrets of the art of leadership with the audience, they will learn how to make a meaningful emotional connections that inspire trust, respect, and magnetic followership. Gain emotional commitment through truth. See, there's a problem. Magnetic followership. It's the intent on that is off. Anyway, gain emotional commitment through truth, mentoring, and matching the mutual needs of the person to emotionize their leadership style by using. So he's teaching really sophisticated manipulation, which is okay. Just got to be ethical about it. It is possible for people to love the job, their boss, and the organization. Again, to learn about Dave's background. Okay. To browse. All right. Satisfied clients list, client testimonials. About Dave. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. So my point is that, you know, I do feel that Donna's corporate career, this is something that, okay, you can make up stories about it, and a lot of people do, but I would be surprised because it's stuff that's easily checkable, you know. So why is this not clicking here? What's going on here? Something's off with a link, you know. So let's try it this way. Oh, that's rather interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, either I can't click on that particular link. You see, when I hover over it, it comes as a link very briefly. You see, but there's some little diamond thingy. All right, let's just refresh this and see again. It comes up. It does it here too. Sometimes you got to make them full screen. I got to get the cursor just exactly right to where that line comes underneath, you see. All right, let's try it. Sometimes they have stuff at the bottom, you know, the same tabs. Nope. Nope. Fascinating, this Beena, fascinating. Trying incremental clicks, because as I move the mouse, see, then I can't get that line to stay there. There we go. All right. Wait, that was difficult. I gotta tell him when I speak to him. Those links are a little funny.
Mm-hmm.
During his 20-plus year corporate career, Dave was a senior vice president with 2 Fortune 500 banks, right, leading teams as large as 7,500 employees. Okay, so he doesn't say which ones, but yeah, you know, I mean, there it is. So yeah. Okay. Can ride a unicycle and juggle. At the same time, he's published in Chicken Soup for the Soul of America. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay. Once played guitar with Bon Jovi on Guitar Hero 5. Wow. So he's a big deal. He's a big deal. Nice 6-string leadership. Very clever, you know. But this guy, man alive, and Donna said the same thing. I would love for Donna to work together with him, you know, in what he's
Oh,
doing
yes.
now, and then bring wave impeccability into it. And this is, you know, he already worked at the Fortune 500 company, you know, and this is the way to change the world. You know, this way exactly. He's the ideal person for this, you know, ideal. Which still brings us back to, you know, that yes, lots of what Donna's saying stuff is obviously real, you know, and like the work stuff
Yes.
and the daughters and all this, you know, you can check them up on Facebook, you know, she's connecting, I can ask them, you know. So the part though, like this part about the brother being shot, we have no way of knowing how realistic that is or not. The daughters won't know either, you know. Yes, through the daughters we can get to the sister, but you know she's already set that up that they just think she's crazy. You know, a lot of the times. For all we know, she might have
Mm-hmm.
been a little crazy. You know, so yeah. But again, you know that craziness is likely from trauma of some kind, not from indulgence. You know, so you know this reluctance to go into the details is mostly because she believes that she's responsible in some way. That may be actually valid. You know, she might actually be responsible in some way. We don't know. Just saying, you know, it's complicated, and I want to give Donna every single benefit of the doubt, but also I can't be naive and can't, you know, she said this that she thinks there might be story to it. I don't think so. I think this is all so preposterous that it just blows the mind. Yeah. I mean, I love
Mm-hmm.
these roads that are covered with trees. I absolutely love them. Oh, I'm not screen sharing. Sorry. You know, I'm just scrolling down while I'm talking to you. Who else loves roads covered with trees like this? Yeah, me. Yeah, I love them. That little street that I went down, did you see, Beena? It's very
Oh,
beautiful.
yes.
That's
Oh,
very,
yes.
that was covered with the trees. So, oh, Lisa posted this. You see that? The dolphin leaps at the wrong time and boom. Looks like it's an intentional leap. Like, get out of my way. You see? So funny. All right. So I'm just being very cautious with oh, is this your swimming guy again? Is it the same guy that you posted? but doing a different thing. He's helping the turtle. The
Oh,
turtle's stuck.
looks like.
Yeah, see that he's helping the turtle because one turtle got stuck. So it does look like him, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
Very good. I don't know what the hell that was, Rose. I normally click on your paintings, but no, I'm not going to do that. How do you get teenagers to hunt for eggs in a yard like little kids? Put cash in those eggs. That's funny. Well, it's kind of a weird face. I don't know why, but something wrong there. All right. I don't know why I'm doing all this, but all right. Enough of that. Enough of that. So this is a big deal, Beena, with Donna. I just want to be sure that we are not missing the obvious, that Donna's trying to essentially, sometimes that people who make up stories, they know they do, and they've lost track of what's real and what isn't. Okay. I do feel like Donna is connecting to some real things, and it's upsetting for her. But what those precisely are, I'm not sure yet. So I just want to make sure we're not missing this point that the thing that we are missing is that, okay, Donna, some of it's a story. All right. That's okay. It's not a problem by me. I understand. And I understand you don't know what is story and what isn't. That's fine too. So just want to make sure we don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Right, Beena? We've got to be true life
Hmm.
detectives here. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I just felt very strongly. And that when Donna came on this last time on Saturday, or whenever it was Sunday morning, right? And she only stayed for the little while when I said maybe come back when you're in a different space. That she was just being indulgent there at that point. And this I couldn't make space for it. It was going to end up in an argument and ugliness of some kind, and I didn't want to go there with that because Donna can get very assertive according to her own thing, and I can see that how that could be with her, and she can kind of go off on somebody. I don't want that to come into our relationship. I don't want that to happen. It would be a corrupting thing. I'd rather have her be cross with me now, feel I'm not compassionate, Stu, share with you a little bitty. This is not the first time, so it's okay.
Hmm.
Bye. What is today?
Yes. I'm just thinking about this. This is because what here's again a proof that there's always more, that perspective shifting can do wonders. And
Exactly.
when we see something, there is no absolute surety for that from
Right.
which perspective
Right.
we are seeing things. And
Correct. Correct.
now if we assume that woman was Donna, and the okay, the patient on the bed was also Donna.
Right.
Okay. uh, and because I didn't saw any kind of other activity involved in that, but the guy is saying that, oh, it's nothing, and he feels like
Right.
really creepy to me.
Yeah.
And 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 her ankles were, someone was holding, whoever ankle was, but someone was holding. And the ear was muffled by, like, covered by a pillow, and someone was
Doesn't
like,
want to hear what they're saying. Yeah.
yeah. So and the disgust feeling, and the woman standing there uh, was uh, was just standing emotional, no emotions, nothing, like she's not concerned with what is happening there. And her legs especially, the feeling I was getting from her body, like, oh, really stiff, like dry, like wood, really stiff and hard. So but they were slim. Donna's mother was not really slim, I guess. So
Not
uh,
then, but you
oh
may have
yes,
been
oh yes,
earlier. I
oh
mean,
yeah.
that's
Uh,
that's that
and
picture that we
all
saw
these.
there is 15 years. She's 25.
Mm,
So when Donna was 10,
mm,
the girl, if we just take it as an average age of a girl, 10, she could have been very different. So.
now if we
And some women put on weight around the middle and their legs stay skinny. So
oh yes, and if we see things as if Donna is just a child who feel haunted by some secrets in family and then made up stories.
right. And you know, some kids, like I said, they can make up stories for no good reason.
Yeah.
You know, they just overactive imagination. They're lonely, whatever. You know, so I don't think this is the case with Donna. I truly do feel that there is a whole bunch of craziness. You know, I don't. But here's the thing: Donna's remembering stuff of herself. She is no longer. And this is a problem. She said it many times. She doesn't know what's real and what isn't. It's a problem for her. So we just have to keep this in mind, you know. And but again, if you want to resolve this, then come into it with a true intent. You know, don't be, you know, like, oh, I felt like I was being interrogated. If you watch that video, what did I do there? I just asked a few little questions. It was to feel like you're being interrogated. This is a you thing. This is a defense thing. This is just, you know, kind of a BS thing that you're pushing out there. You know, don't put it onto me, because you're the one who's now not doing what you want to do and doing it appropriately and with impeccability. So I find this very interesting, you know, this conundrum here. And so there's a lot of stuff going on. But like I said, I have many reasons why I didn't want to go more into that, and not for lack of compassion, actually the reverse, you know, profound compassion. I don't want to be activating a side of Donna that she'd regret having come out. She says it in the office, you know, sometimes she kind of loses it a bit or scolds people or gets cross or angry or whatever. And she doesn't want that side to come out. It'll corrupt our relationship, you know. So I don't want to have that happen, you know. Yeah. You know. So, you know, this is an important part. So I'm very cautious, you know. I don't want to corrupt our relationship. I know you're frustrated, Donna. I know you've had many false alarms, but do this thing properly this time, you know. You're not doing it every time. You shy away, you shy away, you shy away. And it's all just belief, you know, that, oh, that, you know, this is like the questions are annoying. We don't get anywhere without the questions. You force me, it's a square circle deal. No questions, nothing more comes. I ask you, tell me about it. She tells me. Okay, then I listen. Then after that, then I ask questions. Then more comes and more comes and more comes. The questions is what makes them more.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, you know, you can't have it both ways. Yeah, very important. So very important. So anyway, I just give it time. You know, I know this is a temporary thing, and the worldview collapse is a big deal. Oh, my friend Erin, you know, in the group too, she posts the funniest things. Look at this now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming. I'm coming.
No problem. You don't have to come. We shut down the water.
Yeah.
We have a major issue here. The water's in the basement.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, everything, the pipes are completely rusted from the city shut off here all the way into the basement.
Is it still leaking?
No, the city came and shut it off.
Oh, good.
But
Okay.
everything from the city shut off to our water, to our
Okay.
cutoff inside.
Okay.
We need to demolish all the concrete outside.
Is that little sump pump pumping out the basement then?
It's doing enough. We're going to have a new one.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
doing enough, but we shut off.
Okay, I'll have a look to see if it leaks through here into me, because last time, you know, this whole basement got, here by me, got all wet, so I'll check it. Yeah, I'll check it. Yeah. All right, man. All right. You see the post that I just got my results back. Thank goodness I'm negative for COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if you read a post, she has this humor. Phew, you know, and you read this and you're like, oh yay, thank you. And if you don't read carefully on her post, then you miss the joke, you know. It's just brilliant. It's just so brilliant, you know. She's just awesome. I mean, her sense of humor is so clever. It's just unbelievable. I don't know if all the stuff is her own, but sometimes she'll make it up herself too. But you know, she
Wow.
just posts the stuff like this on a regular basis. It's too clever. It's really amazing. So let's go to her timeline. We can use some laughs here now and see what she's posted. She's very funny. It's an old post, and I don't think the husband's long dead. I think so. What's the cat's answer about you? You said Aaron would get in shape. Yeah, in the shape of a ball. Yeah, it's just too funny. This is her cat, I think. Touch the face. Okay, I don't know what happens when you touch the face, but we'll try it. I'll touch the face, nothing happens. Click on the face. I don't know. Nothing. Have you learned nothing?
Have you learned nothing? Oh yes,
Yeah,
you touched the face.
yeah. Because this is her humor. You know, she wants you to touch the face. I knew that if I touched the face, it was gonna say, "Oh, and nothing happened." Like, what were we expecting? You know, I love it. This is a video representation of how this year seems to be going so far. Dang, what are you doing? All right, it's loading it too long. Oh, people do the funniest things. Happy Cadbury Day. Oh dear, oh dear. It's a funny joke. Did you see that one or not?
Oh yes, smell the rose.
Yeah. Need to get out of this bed. I'm late for the couch. Oh, for the couch. Can't wait. You see, sometimes people who make their comments, it's too funny.
Oh god.
I like this one. This one is good. Let's see. Let's see what else is going on here. How giving my body is as it's getting older. For example, every time I sneeze, it says, "Bless you." Is a little. Oh, all right, never mind. Homework for today. Write your name in Japanese alphabet. Please don't spoil the fun. Let's laugh a bit by writing your name in Japanese alphabet. All right, so let's see. We'll do Beena. Two, cuckoo. Two, cuckoo. Two,
Two
ka.
cuckoo, two
Ka.
ka.
Yeah.
Two cuckoo, two ka.
To cuckoo to ka. Oh, Aaron would have so much fun with that one. He says, to cuckoo to ka. What does ka mean? I don't know. She'll have lots of fun with that.
And Sil is so simple. So
All
just
right.
let me
Oh,
try.
Sila's even simple. So Ari,
Ari,
Arifu,
fu,
Arifu,
ta.
Arifuta, Arifuta. That sounds
Ari
like a name.
futa.
Arifuta. All right. Wow. Look at these one. Tuskutuganeta. Wow. That's pretty wild. Let's see what Aaron spells. Shows a spelled here. Uh-uh. Oh, doesn't say. That's pretty wild. Oh, I don't know. This one's not that funny. People make these things. Look at somebody took all this time to make this. Day 14 finally got to the bottom of the freezer. But look, dinosaur leg, I mean, somebody went to a lot of trouble to make this little picture. Isn't that amazing? It's fascinating. Oh, is this one of those? Oh, no, that's one of those that. Oh, that's quite clever actually. It's rude, but it's clever. What's up with the dogs here now? Oh, this is a commentary.
The game, using that intensity, we saw it in the semi-final, staring at a slightly torn cloth rabbit for over 7.5 minutes. And perhaps a few signs of overconfidence from her rival, a bit of showboating. Needs to be careful. And there's the change from the classic hold, still placed on the outside, though great technique. And a glance at the youngster who shows little emotion, but her mind will be empty. 20 seconds to go now. Olive closing in on victory in that coveted prize, but being told she's a very good dog. One paw to control and a switch. Now Mabel sensing this might be a chance, still waiting, still believing. And you wonder what Olive is doing here. Only has to hold on. Going to the upright though, high tariff with no opposable thumbs. High risk at this stage. And it's gone and Mabel takes it. No mercy from the younger dog who takes this victory just as time runs out. A famous win built on patience and sheer belief.
Ah, that was good.
Only thoughts of what might have been, but only herself to blame. She's given this one away.
Perfect face.
Most of all, bad dog.
That was genius, wasn't it? Could you hear, Beena?
Oh,
The
yes.
commentary on it. Just
Yes.
the cleverness of it. Wow. Just built on patience. I like that it was rewarding wave impeccability. So, that was brilliant. That was really brilliant.
I'm searching for my picture to change.
All right. Brilliant. You didn't see what he was commenting on, the two dogs, or did you see a little?
No, I just saw that 2 dogs, yes.
Ah, right. But it's just genius the way he was doing it.
Mhm.
For the love of God, do all the road construction now. Guy really shouting it.
A few hours back, like not few, just a couple of hours back, on Pakistan TV. Former cricketers, now commentators. They were in a discussion, and they were saying that what we gonna do, sell burger or what? Because sports is something we cannot imagine, at least for 2 years now.
Yeah. Oh, for 2
They give-
years. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, this is like, okay, this is when you see this particular one here. When, all right, like, and how's your workout coming? Me, this is them working out. It's just genius. It's just such genius, I don't know, I'm just inordinately fascinated at things like this. What the sound is like, yeah. The sound was on. No, there's no sound. That face. It's like, really? I gotta do this? Really? Seriously? This is brilliant. This is Aaron's own joke. 2020 is a unique leap year. It has 29 days in February, 300 days in March, and 5 years in April. That's just genius. Just so clever. Aaron, you are just a treasure, It's brilliant. Silly things. Aquaman quarantine day 1 and day 30.
Oh, God.
but she says, okay, to be honest, I think the one on the right is still cute, lol.
Come on.
Oh, he's very popular. He's from Harry Potter.
Hey, he's from, I know.
Yeah.
And this man is from Aquaman, my first 3D movie.
Your first what movie?
My first 3D movie.
Oh my goodness! So you saw all of this in 3D. Oh dear! Did you survive, Beena? Did you survive? Oh dear! I'm concerned for your corruption, Donna, Beena. But you like him? You like him in?
Oh, I like him.
Yeah,
I like his eyebrows.
Yeah. You like his what?
I like his eyebrows.
Oh, you
I like his
eyebrows. Oh.
Yeah.
This one's eyebrows or Aquaman's eyebrows?
Aquaman's.
Oh, no, but you like the one on the right, the one from Harry Potter.
Flat.
No, I'm saying, do you
No,
like
the one on the left.
Oh, you like the one on the left? Oh, not
of
like
course.
Erin. She says she likes the one on the right
Aquaman.
also. Oh. So you don't like the one on the right, Leah?
Oh, I like him, but
Oh,
of course, this is the now the comparison.
yes,
And
yes,
as an
yes.
actress, yeah, okay, so
Yeah. All right. I was hoping you'd say, yes, I like the one on the right. He's got a nice beard. I like his hair. All right. But he's just slipped a bit. Okay. You can see he's just definitely slipped a bit. This one's just slipped
yes.
upward, right? So, okay. He's standing on his head too much. When all else fails, hug the cat. I wonder if this is her little cat. No, this is her friend John. He always posts it. Like, I guess her friend John is like Alan, the most beautiful flower in the garden. Oh, I want this one then. Okay. Sometimes it's too slow, then this happens. I have to wait for it to come, and then click. It's too long for me. So now my toilet decides to overflow all over. I'm out of here, man. Oh, she's had problems with her plumbing, same way she lives. It's not a very, very nice place. Mind you, I was a little cold, but you see, I love this. This picture I've seen on other posts, but she puts the caption here. You see, mind you, I was a little cold, but this picture's all about, I don't know, but still, it's like, look at the comments. You see, and the comments are just brilliant. Let's see more comments. Sometimes the comments are funnier than the post. Oh, somebody said, what? No full frontal, dagnabbit. I said, you're so cute. Oh, man. People are just funny. It's going to be a great year. Late March. January. Look, in January, it's late March. I know people exaggerate this. I don't know. It's like, no big deal. That's just us, right? I just noticed that I say just a lot when I type something, just letting you know. Yeah, I can get into that habit. What's up with you, Kitty-san? Its feet slipped out when it jumped and didn't get it. There's some funny cat videos out there. Just too amazing. What will you look like at 100 years old? Aaron now, Aaron at 100. Yes, that makes sense.
Oh God.
How about the kiss? Brilliant. The soap dispenser. You see, Beena?
Oh God.
What amuses me like this, that you have visitors coming, and you know they're very stiff and uptight, and they're going to be expecting sanitizer, and you put this for the sanitizer at the door. You know what I mean? So now they're all uptight and stuff about the sanitizing, and they're like over anxious about it and all this. So that they're going to have to do this, and they're going to have to use it, but because they're all stiff and uptight, that this is going to like freak them out. But you catch them in this conflict between the need to sanitize or wash their hands, and now this awkwardness, because they don't have this freedom of spirit to just do it. This would be a fantastic practical joke, in the light of that 5 million poem, right?
Yes.
It would be the same way, But like you put it outside your store, like they have it at when I went to Walmart. Well, this is now a while back now. They had sanitizer at the door, whole different ways, big rolls of stuff, and you could spray your whole cart and everything. So it's amazing. Wipes, the spray on your hands, the actual wipes. It's like holy moly, just amazing. Just amazing. But it's good for the employees, I guess, so. Can you see the cat? No, neither can I. Oh, it's in the bucket.
Okay, now I've got
Oh, so there is a cat here somewhere. I have to look, because somebody said they spent 20 minutes and then they did actually see it. So I like these. These perspective shifting things are quite interesting. You know, how you have to change your view. Is it on the hair here somewhere?
Can you see the cat?
Sometimes I don't spend too long, because, you know, you get it eventually, but, you know, it's also 20 minutes that you never get back. So, you know what I mean? I just try real quick. And I look for an eye, something that could be an eye, because usually that you need an eye to make it distinctive, you know, or a tail.
I don't get it.
Well, there's some picture of a cat, kind of a hidden cat somewhere, you know. You have to shift your perspective to see it, you know. So, all right, let's see if we can see. Definitely not what I see it, not what I expected. Me either. I keep looking at her hair, lol. It's in the bucket. Oh, a nose bump. Found it right away. Oh, okay. I don't know. Is the whole thing a cat? I know.
For me, her neckline is a bit odd.
Yeah. So I know. I think somehow with the hair has got to be somewhere involved with the cat, because, you know, you don't think this is fur, but, you know, sometimes it could just be the face sticking out, or the tail sticking out. Who knows? So anyway, other things to do. I already spent too much time on this, so all right. I don't know why we got lost there, but I don't know. I was just looking to cheer things up a little bit, I guess. You like this kind of music, Beena?
Oh yes.
I like so many kinds of music. I like Beena's music. I always enjoy it when you play music. I really enjoy it, listening to your music, Beena. Sometimes a bit melancholy for my taste, but music in general, you know, I look for high energy, upbeat music. It's not easy to find, actually. All right, so all right.
Finally, I got some.
What's that?
I was just looking for my cover photo
Oh,
to
you
change.
haven't found it yet? Share,
I
screen share.
I just found one.
Screen share. I like to see you searching. That would be fun.
Now I am just uploading
Hello,
my.
Beena. Hello, I made it full screen. Then I get like this big face. You know, your face is bigger than mine when you go full screen. You know that?
Oh.
So then I'm seeing you like huge. Shepherd wears a protective mask against coronavirus while watching over his sheep and Ankara, Turkey.
See, he's sitting here.
Yeah, I see that. It's like, dude, what do you think? The sheep are gonna give it to you? They might, I guess so. But that's that now, and simultaneously, well, I'll make my comment. I'll save my comment. I won't share it now. I won't waste it.
Okay.
Yeah. How come it says nobilia.org there?
Yes.
Yeah, why does it say that?
I don't. This is.
Yeah. That's the page. Why does it show up here for you? It's kind of weird. Oh, you bookmarked it. That's why. Oh, it's a bookmark. Oh, it's a bookmark. Ah, right. Okay, well, this is the bookmark of the page. It's the one place where you don't need to go. It's kind of weird that you have it bookmarked. You know, it's the group, and then you know, that's it really. You know, individual people's place. And no,
And I have this one. This window is also open, and I have this. This also open.
Yeah, but that's a link
this one
inside of
also
Facebook.
open.
This is a Facebook bookmark that's showing there, which is very unusual. I didn't know you could do that. It's very interesting. Oh, well, it is a browser bookmark, but you, for whatever reason, bookmark that page. So, okay. You know what I was gonna do? It's a little late now, but
I'm just searching for a profile picture.
oh, but you won't find it on my page, will you? Or can you? You want to steal one of the pictures there? Oh, okay.
I'm
That's kind of cool.
trying.
Oh, all right. Beena, I was thinking of, I said to that, her name is, now I forget, the one from the Holistic Vagabond. What did she say her name was? Christelle. I said to her, if you want, come join us
Yes,
on Zoom.
yes.
I said, private message me. You know what? She may have, well, I didn't see a message, but if she's not a friend yet, then you don't see the messages. So then I have to go to Messenger specifically to see it. So let me go and check on that. Well, the invitation, let's see. Okay, I don't know. What do I want to do? Oh, yes, view all the messages. Yeah, when you're on the computer, it doesn't show you friend requests from people who aren't your friends. You have to go here to the settings and then say message requests. It's a very weird thing. You have to make all this effort to go there.
Oh God, I need to stop sharing.
Oh, I need to share. Sorry.
I had to stop sharing because
Slow.
it was taking too much bandwidth.
All right. So if I go out of this, I'm just in my messenger on the computer, it shows like this, right? But to get to those message requests from people who aren't your friends, I have to go to settings and then click here. It's very peculiar.
Yes.
So, I said, anyway, so I said to Christelle, that Holistic Vagabond, I said, because she responded and she talked, and her video was kind of nice that she made. I don't know if you saw it or not. Let me go to the group. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I said, oh, come on Zoom. Just PM me and we can be on, you see. Oh, man, I want Eska to come on, but anyway, she's working, I don't know, times, and then, I don't know, she just,
So
whatever
she didn't
reason.
respond?
She did, and she tried to, but, she says, oh, I'm not a talking person, and they just make excuses. All right, whatever. And sometimes I just seriously, you want to be friends, you want to talk, but you can't make a little bit of effort, then, all right, I guess not really. So, all right, I'll just leave you to your doings. It's, they want things, but they don't want to make even a little bit of effort. Square circle stuff. Anyway, so at least this one, I'll show you the video, just so you can get a bit of a read on a. Put my sound off. Hold on. Did you see this or not?
Which one?
This 5 steps to beat.
No.
Oh, can you hear?
Yes. No, but not
Just
to
music.
the
Just
video,
music.
but to you, yes.
Someone very self-conscious. I became this person that took picture almost naked in the beach and not giving a damn fuck about what other people thought.
Language, girl. Language.
Well, it is a very, very long process, and actually, I'm still.
It's appropriate because she's making a post about what other people think. 5 steps to not have.
Even if I still have fears, I still have doubt, but I don't let them blocking me from going for my dreams. And in order to change, I had 5 eye openers. So I wanted to share with you in this video my 5 steps in order to stop seeking approval, or at least being able to live your life without overthinking what people think of you. The first step, which is very important, you can't go in the second step if you don't understand this. And this can be applicable to a lot of aspects in your life. Whenever you want to change in your life, you have to ask yourself, am I ready to change? We wish a lot of things in life. We wish we could be more rich. We wish we could be more beautiful. We wish we could have more skills. But the real question is, am I ready to do the efforts in order to go that way?
All right, we don't have to watch the whole thing. But she seems kind of nice and genuine and real, and she's making a real effort. It's not her first language; she's French. At least from France. It says, sounds French too, accent. So, and then she responded to my comment. So I thought, oh, let me invite her the way you invited Celeste. I like that you did that, and so. You see, thank you for your. Oh, so you saw all the comments, right? And she said, "You see,
Yes.
my name is Christelle." So, okay. And then she said, "To answer your question, way of impeccability. Thank you for your input. I'm not sure I get the idea of impeccability. Is that not too hard to do everything perfectly?" See, people get this idea. They misunderstand what is WI. Sorry for my questions. I'm a newbie. Haha. Which is sweet. I mean, there's a realness to it and a humility. To call herself.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
said, yeah, come on, message me, and let's see. So I understand better now. We'll try to join you if you do a Zoom. So now already it's kind of late there. So it's like 9 o'clock in the evening, I think, somewhere around that now. So 9:10. But this one too, Celeste. I don't know if this is her. I'm assuming it's her. And this is the one you invited. But she's just saying a couple of
Yes.
weeks ago, I hosted my 3-step Seekers How to Thrive in Turbulent Time seminar. It's safe to say it went down an absolute storm. My ladies loved it. So this is an ad, really. But all right, I left it. I even liked it. So we'll see. So. I mean, I guess she's inviting people to look over the seminar. I don't know if it's free or not, but it's not a link here, so I don't see any link, which is interesting, unless this is a link here. Let's see. No. So this is interesting, when she's making a post about it. So let me know in the comments if you think it would be useful to you, and I'll sort you out with a link. Oh, so you have to request a link. So, all right, So nobody's asked for the link. So, yeah, the advertising doesn't seem to work very well in this group. Have you noticed?
Yes.
So. And this one also posted to a seminar, and I said, post it here, But anyway, so she replied. So, did you see her presentation? Did you watch this or not?
Yes.
You
No.
did?
No,
No.
I haven't. No. I will go to group page tomorrow morning. My morning.
Yeah, no, it's okay. You don't have to. I mean, she's just advertising us today. She's just inviting you to. All right, that's it. Really, you're just getting a feel for, She seems all right too, right?
Yeah.
She seems a bit silly, in cell mode, a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So. Interesting to see. All right. So what? I shouldn't have stopped sharing. Did you find a profile picture, Beena?
I'm just checking my old profile pics, and I'm going to share something from.
Oh, you didn't find a picture then. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Beena, go to well, Google Images, right? I mean,
Yes.
then just type in it. Okay. What is your post about, or what are you feeling today? Let's try it. Let's try this way to do this. So watch this. Okay, and we go to Google. We're right here. Okay, and we click on images. And okay, so what are you feeling today? Just any word that you just as a profile pic.
Yeah. Huh. Though I've been in a very serious discussion, and I was thinking seriously uh, about Donna,
Yes.
but my mood is a bit like childlike today. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so childlike. Okay, there's the key word. Childlike art. See? Look at this. Look at
You're
this.
not
Look at
sharing screen. You're not sharing screen.
dang, dang, nabbit, dang, nabbit, all. All right, so share. Pull the screen back up to the top. Let's make it full screen. So what I did is I put in the keyword and then put in art behind it. Or you can do it this way too. It's actually a little bit better to do, Beena. Put it in the front. Put art in the front. It didn't do that. Oh, I didn't copy there. But you put art in the front and you put a colon behind it. And then it usually comes the same, but sometimes that helps a little bit better. You see, it's now art with this focus, you see. So there you go. Here's a picture of Beena right there. That's be a great profile picture, no? Or not?
Which one?
This one with my cursor is with the tongue in the middle here. Can you see my cursor with the two eyes that are kind of squiffy, the big mouth with the teeth? I mean, it's a profile picture. None of the others are really a profile picture. Okay, I guess there is one up at the top. It's kind of cute. But this is more your mood today. You're very joyful and playful today, right? So, I don't know. I'm just saying, this is a way to go through it, a way to find pictures. And since you can share these pictures on Facebook. It's not a commercial purpose. So, but other than that, you can go to like the places where you have commercial free um, pictures, which are free to use, and that like Pixabay or Pexels, all of those. There's another fun little picture, maybe. I don't know. I'm just going by what I would choose. I don't know. Of course, you're the one who has to choose. I mean, this one seems to be inappropriate for
Just
today,
scroll
right?
a bit low.
All right. It's kind of a fun one, but it's got writing on it, which doesn't make it work. This is kind of a neat one too, but not as a profile pic. You're looking for a profile pic, right?
Yes.
You see, so you can't use them all as profile pics, or not easily. I guess you can crop them. So yeah, you could, I suppose. So I'm just scrolling, I'm not going to go too slow. So
This one with the color sketches, yeah, and the pencil. Yes.
You see, now you can crop it into right there or just a two, you see? Yeah. All right, so I want to show you something up at the top here. I have to scroll all the way up again. All right. So you see here it says room wall, drawing, outside art, childlike wonder, art print. You see all these categories here? You see?
Yeah.
So you can get in watercolor, you see? So you get all sorts of different things, still life, abstract art. I always like to look at abstract art. Man, there's some ugly ones here. Dang. It's something to ask Donna. Yes, she has some art paintings from when she was a child.
Justin, are you in there?
No, he's not.
This is Justin's house?
He is, but go up the stairs. He might be up there, to your left there.
He's upstairs?
I think so. I'm not sure if he's still there, but he might be.
Oh, okay.
Sure. So, some of these are a little dark. Interesting to see some paintings from Donna as a child. But that's made me think now, you see. That when you see a lot through that, So, no. So, yeah, it's interesting what they did. But anyway, you saw the point that I was making up at the top there. There's all these different categories. And it's you get a lot of repeats, but okay. Yes. Portrait, since you're looking for a profile picture, let's see. See what's under portrait. Same thing, same ugly ones, Oh, it's kind of a nice one. Beautiful watercolor. Like a Beena picture, right? So anyway, and you can get lost doing this. You can spend hours illustration. I don't know. Billy Childish? What the hell is Billy Childish? No. It's a kind of a nice one. I don't know. Anyway, you have to kind of play around with it and take your time. Then they have famous artists, you see, at least similar to their style. They have unique styles, you see. This is Richard Prince now. Yeah. Now you have to be careful sometimes that you see we've kept refining, so you basically have to close these and go out of it. You see, because now we have watercolor, abstract art, we have all of these together. So you have to sort of be careful of how the thing works, understand it a little bit. You know what I mean? Because now you keep going. You've made a selection, then you go narrower, narrower, narrower. So I forget how you do that. You have to go back and then in again, back and then in again. So anyway, you get the idea though, right?
Yeah.
So let's refresh this and see what happens. But it's fun. Oh, I don't know. I thought there was a little X on these before that you could close them, but I guess not. Oh, you just click on it and it takes it away. You see? You see that? Just click on it and it takes it away. So
Yeah.
so when you do a selection, you've got to unclick it and then go to the next one. You see?
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So now let's try Childlike Wonder without watercolors. So now we're gonna see a little bit better. Yeah. All right. So here's some fun stuff. Oh, here's a nice profile picture for Beena. Beena in her naughtiness, having fun, wild adventure. This is a nice one too, Beena, but not for today. You're not in this mood today, right? This one, the Childlike Wonder with a little heart, smoky thing, right? Very whatever. That's not your mood today. Your mood is more this mood
Nope.
today, but not quite.
This one. The
The
girl painting
girl on
in
the
red.
beast on riding something. Yeah. Is that the one where my cursor is?
No.
Or where? Oh, the girl on the wall?
Yes.
Yes, that'll work too, especially if it's cropped a bit. Yeah. Oh, sure. Hang on. What you need to see?
We're figuring out how to run the water line.
Oh, right. Probably the easiest is from here, from the water inside where the washer is, just to come through this little door there.
No, the water line is right there, the main one.
Oh, I see.
And it might have to come in and go out.
Oh.
Instead of tearing all that concrete out.
I got you. Hey,
that way he can.
Yeah. Let me get out your way. Yeah. Let me get out your way. Okay. Oh, I see.
It's coming straight in. They abandoned it. So it's either to repair the existing or they.
So that's electrical. This here, that's a gas line. They said when they came, when the plumber was here, he said that's a gas line. I don't know where a water line is. I've never seen one. So.
It looked like that used to be water line right there, coming into the wall. Right there.
Oh, this here, you mean? Oh, is that not electrical thing?
That's it right there.
Yeah, sure is.
This here?
Yep. It's the old one.
Wow.
That was the original
Other than.
Oh,
wow.
I'm glad they didn't throw this in and she rocked it in.
Right. Shit.
That may be our best alternative under the circumstances.
Is to run this.
We know that's too rotten to use, but it's already in the house. You could knock it out.
Knock it out and put a new one.
But then you still got to run it all the way.
Well, we'd have to re-engage wherever it comes into the house
Right.
way up there.
But I mean, but as far as like,
Or is there another water line down here?
Yeah, there's water in the.
Yeah, it's being fed over there.
No, I mean right here from the laundry.
Abandon that entrance.
but that's coming all the way around. I think.
This is a gas line here.
Right.
It's a main line. We're trying to. But I mean, can we not just somehow jackhammer that?
Yes, I believe there was.
Right. That's what goes to the washing machine on the other side of that wall.
Is this water up here?
No, that's gas.
That's gas.
But those two are water right there. That's the water that goes to the washing machine. That's what I was talking about. You see?
It's the usual mix of black iron, gas pipe, steam pipe, and galvanized. It's the difference. Galvanized got a silver appearance. Those two are black iron. They started rusting immediately upon meeting water.
Why would they put them in?
What they had.
That's what they had.
Didn't know better. Didn't know better.
See,
Yeah.
that would give us an inlet to the existing cold water system, which feeds the hot system. See?
Yeah, that's all that.
What I guess I know that's not the easiest thing, but why wouldn't we just somehow figure out how to chisel that concrete 20 feet and just put a new line in?
There it is.
Where it is now, just like break that concrete.
You would take a hell of a lot longer than going
I know, but I still want to do a short.
coming this way.
No, this is not short term. It's that he can tap into that
तो मैं ये
washer
आवाज
and
कट
dryer
रही है.
and feed back to that
Wow.
way.
Well, conference here.
And it don't have to replace all that
We
concrete.
capped it off where it ended up.
Up
हाँ
front.
भाई
Okay, but you still have
क्या हाल है
to
आपके
on this wall, right?
It shouldn't be too difficult. It's probably was actually originally a dry stack wall.
Yeah, because that's the way I would do it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's cheaper this way than that way.
I understand the cheaper point. I'm also talking about the like
तो आपके क्या हाल चाल है आप
how much
सुनाइए
more expensive is it to
Say again, Beena?
All that concrete on.
हम्म,
It's up to you. It's certainly not going to get you in very fast this way.
सबके घर चमक जाएंगे
Well, I mean, is if we're going to do something like this, can we eventually have a two-way go in the future, where there's one water could go this way, one water could go that way, like in case we wanted to fix that in the future. So in case, I don't know. I mean, not that we have to do it, obviously, but that's okay. So this is the water in the house, the pressure, everything's going to work equally if we do this.
Yeah, same side pipe.
Okay, so
Yeah, well, I would actually want to
Good.
do it in 3/4.
अच्छी बात है
That's what that is. Half
Underserved.
inch.
In other words, you can get scalded in the shower, simply flush it to the toilet.
so we need to go to
And it's
essentially
dry.
Home Depot and get whatever this is, 15, 20
I
feet.
don't buy shit.
Well, Home Depot, wherever it is you get it, we need to get.
I would actually use it's a material called Beersbo. The fins protected. It's a memory. Yeah, I use
wow nice kind of romantic yeah
Coming, Beena. Coming.
and the tool I use is span.
mm-hmm.
It was as a matter of Sil being down here today, he's obviously got stuff that he didn't know was happening.
No,
So
it is good
obviously we do
अच्छी
want the
बात
water
है
back on. You can't
होना
have
चाहिए
water. So
This is the quickest.
how much?
ओके ये अलग बात
we
है
need this
कि
room
वो
for?
ही जाना चाहिए
Well, all I need
wow
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm listening, Beena.
put that in for a phone line.
So where would you go up and around like this? How does it
Or straight up and over.
Okay.
Just like it's like
You can go by the column and 90 over to it and put a T in.
You're going to have to cut the coal line over there out.
Right.
Replace it with a union and T.
you can do this stuff with him, right? Together.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Just need to be able to get up there.
So would you say this is a 2-hour, 3-hour? I don't know.
I just work by the fucking hour.
No, I know that. I just want to give some expectation for him, whether he's gonna have to relocate everything, like what his.
Well, what exactly do you need to do? Then I'll make the appropriate space.
Well, because this is a lot easier access than the meter box, this would be where we'd want to release that ground wire and pull a piece of pipe out. And now,
What about coming through this wooden wall?
actually have to bore it
Meter
Wow.
because the city's coming in like this, and then before we're going up like this now, we're trying to go like this now, right off of it.
and I can see that line out in the meter box that
Uh-huh.
connects the line to the house.
Okay.
Many years ago.
All right. So you're going to take from there and then go up and across. Okay.
Line there.
I would almost turn.
Yeah. I'll just make space for you. It's not a problem.
Okay.
No worries. I'll make space. It's no problem.
But it's up to you too. Once I'm in, I can just go over here,
Mhm.
go up, or
Oh,
just
gotcha.
go right on up. Is that an active?
No, it's not active. No.
Uh-huh.
No. And you can see on the side there it's broken.
Oh, it's cut off.
Yeah, it's just cut off.
Yeah, so,
I mean, to me, it kind of makes the most sense to just turn and go up and around here, follow, unless you think it's easier to plug in going this way. I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Although,
अच्छा
overhead here,
but then, yeah, just either it doesn't matter to me.
unfinished ceiling.
But yeah, then just go overhead, whatever's easiest.
Yeah,
अच्छा
jump up along here, and then I can.
All right, so right.
Oh yeah.
क्या
Oh yeah.
बकवास
Oh
है
yeah.
हाँ हाँ हम्म। हाँ बिल्कुल Uh-huh.
Join the coal line there.
All right, now we got you. Do you have a cast iron pipe cutter?
I have access to it. You mean sewer pipe?
Yeah.
Yeah, a sap cutter. So take. Oh, really? Oh, what else is going on here? I don't see the sewer line.
All right.
All right. So you're gonna do this today? So I'll
Yeah,
make
we're gonna
space
do
for
this
you.
today, yeah.
Okay, I'll make space. Okay. Okay. You there, Beena? Darn it, they stand on top of each other. They get no awareness of social distancing. Seriously, it's like, come on, people. It's like, wow, really.
हाँ बिल्कुल. So मुझे पता था इसीलिए मैंने बना नहीं किया था. Okay. कैसी बातें कर रहे हो? अच्छा, ओके ओके, ठीक है. हाँ 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 हाँ, सही है. वैसे वैसे ओके, ठीक है. वैसे एक बात है, तब हम लोग आपस में अपनी बातें नहीं करते. बीना का होना जरूरी है क्या?
That means Beena is
अच्छा.
magical.
ओके. हाँ, but it's still यार, मतलब why Beena?
Yeah, why? Why?
I think.
It's a crooked letter and you can't make it straight, Beena. That's why.
हाँ 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 हाँ. Okay, yes, inshallah. Fine. नहीं, मैं कोई तब से नहीं कर सकती बिकॉज मैं लेट हो रही हूँ. मैंने आपको कॉल कर ली क्योंकि आपकी 3 कॉल्स आ चुकी थी. मैं नहीं कर सकी थी आपको, बट हम नहीं 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 ऐसे नहीं कहो, मगर मैं कल सुबह कर लूँगी तुम्हें कॉल. ठीक है. मेरा भी अभी मैं सेशन चल रहा था मेरा, तो मैंने कहा कि नहीं ठीक है, मैं और डिस्कशन अभी ऑन था, बट मैं फिर भी आपको छोड़ के आगे मैंने कहा चलो कॉल कर लो. तो नहीं, कल सुबह बात करते हैं. हाँ हाँ इंशाल्लाह. ठीक है ना. क्या मतलब?
मैंने इसलिए सुबह का ये नहीं कहा किस वक्त करूँगी. ठीक है ना? चलो, ओके. ओके, अल्लाह हाफिज़. Okay, so I'm screen sharing. Hello? Oh, you're not here? Oh, okay, here you are. You're mute.
Yeah. I just to mute
Okay.
for a second. All right. So yeah, they have to come and they're gonna put water in here. So well, I don't know for what, where to exactly, but I have to move my stuff so we can talk while I do this. I wanted to get to finish that session. Session 8, module 4. Sorry, session 8, module 8, session 4. But it's okay. It's not a big deal. So I have to just make space for them here. I have to come and work here. So I have to move my stuff. So, man, they come in. They know social distancing is. I don't know what happened to social distancing. Three of them are standing right here on top of each other by the door. It's like, dude, seriously, I know you're gonna figure this stuff out, but they stand so on top of each other. Don't they worry about it for themselves? This is what intrigues me. This is a serious business. But I don't know. Don't understand some things, Beena.
Okay, I have 2 pictures.
Oh, you found 2.
But you're busy.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Let's just move this over here. Lack of awareness bothers me, Beena. Lack of awareness.
No. So you were busy, so I called Dore and
Yeah. I'm pleased to hear that. No, I was pleased to hear
you were here? You were listening to that?
I could hear your chatter. You were laughing so beautifully. It's magical.
Okay.
I love hearing you on the phone, Beena. I really love it.
I didn't mute myself. I said, okay, when you will come, you will
Don't
say
ever mute yourself.
something.
I love to hear it. I love it. It's most magical. And it was good timing too. I love it. Using the dead time, So yes, they're gonna run it from right there where my computer is, just to the left of my screen. There's an old tap there. And they're gonna just replace it with new, and then they're gonna come out, go across and up around the wall, and then connect to the water here for where the washer and dryer is. I don't know what they need this water for, where it's going. I'm not sure. But anyway, so at the end of this, I hope I'll have water in a basin and whatever. So we'll see. And just trust in it, the difference. Is this okay? Is that okay? So every second thing, So yeah, fascinating how things work, Just tone, mood, attitude, vibe, queuing. I queue a lot, Beena. I queue a lot. I do so here. I do it very intentionally and deliberately. Very much. Very important, queuing.
Oh, it is magical.
Oh yeah. This is my space, Come in, it's okay, we can come in, permission is asked, all that. So, yeah.
Like every day I'm practicing 2 things, at least for sure, these 2 things.
Yes.
Never miss any day. First, capital H hearing. Second is queuing.
Yes. Oh yeah. This is our skill. Again, the key difference is, Beena, these are important and necessary skills. The difference between us and Osho, I'll just call him Osho. You say it kind of different to the way I say it, but the difference for us is...
They're saying that Osho Bhagwan.
Osho, okay. Yeah, Osho. Yes, I guess I'm saying it right. Anyway, the difference is agenda and impeccability. This is the key point here.
I was thinking about that how Sue pulled this out, and
Sue did what?
pulled about this Osho. Osho, Osho.
I
Okay.
said Osho. I saw his face when I just looked at the video because I just typed it in to pull it up to watch for later. I typed it into Netflix because I had Netflix open. So so I just typed in and then they had a little preview and then I saw his face. I said, "Oh, I know this face. You know, it's there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
I remember
So,
from
okay.
seeing it on Facebook. You see, that's where
Yeah.
Osho
Okay.
came
Yes,
from. But
people.
she was saying other
Right.
names.
But okay, but still, she was talking about that same person. Yeah.
Yeah, Wild Wild Country. That's about him.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So she was talking about, and this was interesting. And
Yeah.
I was thinking about that, about something, but I didn't say, and I don't want to say because it is something I feel that no, it is not appropriate to
Oh,
say.
what did you want to say?
So,
Oh, interesting.
but it is really interesting that how Sue poured this out.
Yeah.
It is really interesting for me.
Oh, well, she brought it out because she was watching the video. Nothing, in particular about it. She just happened to be watching the video. There's no particular reason for watching the video. I'm moving stuff, man. Yeah. I'll move this in a second. Yeah. Let's see. Gotcha. All right, Beena. I'll have to move my table. This might be a
Okay.
bit tricky. Oh, all right. I can slide the table more or less. Have to be careful with tables, moving them, We can leverage the legs. That's not good. No, wrench in my chair. Yeah. I want to make space for you in a moment. Just, the stuff's all connected here, so it's tricky to move, but there's some of it I can move for you. So yeah. I just wanted to put something on it so